Hello all, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about just how I got into extreme metal and where I started with music versus where I am now. Never done a video like this before, ever. It's kind of like a journey through music a little bit. What we're listening to in the background, this is Unleashed with Aldeheim. Excellent Swedish death metal. It's got a black metal influence in it as well, but this is a great album. This is my favorite Unleashed album ever. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah. Where can I start? You know, I started obviously and generically with classic rock. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, who else? Rush, Van Halen, you know, bands like that. Mainly through my dad. He's into the whole classic rock thing, and you know, I started out listening to that. I'm not into it anymore. I still appreciate it. Oh, and Guns N' Roses, and I don't listen to Guns N' Roses anymore, definitely, because I fucking can't stand Guns N' Roses. Not my thing. I fucking can't stand them. But yeah, I started out listening to that music when I was little because of my dad, and I, you know, liked it because that's the only thing I've ever heard. And I listened to that until I was about 8. Then I discovered Metallica, and it was I think the first ever Metallica song I heard was Battery, and that opening riff. After the acoustic, I thought it was just going to be another classic rock song. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was just going to be I thought it was just another classic rock band. I thought maybe it was like a new track from fucking AC/DC or something, but no. It was Battery by Metallica, and then that opening guitar riff comes in after the acoustic shit, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is a little overwhelming, and it's heavy. And it's heavy. It's heavier than AC/DC. It's heavier than Led Zeppelin. It's heavier than Van Halen. This is heavy shit. And it's obviously not now compared to what I listen to. But at the time, I was like, holy fuck. And then I listened to just Metallica, and nothing but Metallica. I'd always want Metallica in the car. When I'd be sitting in the back, I'd be like, I want Metallica. I want Metallica. And my mom would never put Metallica on. Actually, when she did a few times, she would sing during it and then ruin it. So, no more Metallica with Mom, but my dad would put Metallica on. Yeah, Metallica, and then I had to hear, what was it, Load? Basically, they're, where they sell out. Yeah, we won't talk about, the first 4 albums by Metallica, because I'm not big on those. Not even the Black Album. I'm not big on the Black Album either. That's an unpopular opinion. I think that's where they started selling out a little bit. But there are good tracks on it. But yeah, that's Metallica was my shit. And then I'm sitting on the TV, and I'm watching TV, and this ad pops up. And there's these 9 guys in masks standing there, right? And they're playing these instruments, banging their fucking heads, and it's just fast music. And then Corey Taylor comes up, he's like, Slipknot's coming, and shit like that. And Slipknot was coming to Nashville. And I'm like, holy fuck, who the fuck are these guys? Slipknot? Who the fuck are these guys? So I go ask my dad, and I say, who's Slipknot? Have you heard of a band called Slipknot? He's like, yeah. And then I see Psychosocial. And I thought that was the heaviest shit ever. There was harsh vocals. And I thought it was heavy. And, well, I liked the song, and I checked out more Slipknot. And Slipknot, before they got ruined for me, I listened to a lot. Now they're ruined for me, obviously. I can't listen to them the same anymore. I don't know if I was ever really truly a fan of them or not. I don't know. I thought maybe I liked a few songs, but some of their songs, they don't click with me. But yeah, Slipknot, I had a Slipknot t-shirt and everything. And then I kind of just stopped listening to Slipknot. I just kind of went through a phase where I wasn't listening to much music. I was just whatever about it. I could care less about it. And then Slayer comes into my playlist one day on YouTube. I'm listening. I decided to put some music on, Metallica and, you know, AC/DC and stuff. And then Slayer comes in with, I believe it was, South of Heaven. South of Heaven by Slayer. That was the the first ever Slayer song I heard, and it was heavy. Slipknot was. It was so much heavier than Slipknot. It was so doomy sounding, but so thrashy at the same time. And I'm like, okay, this is my shit right here. This is my kind of music. And then I discovered other bands. I had already known about Megadeth and Anthrax. I didn't care about Megadeth and Anthrax. I discovered Exodus. Discovered Lamb of God. I discovered, who was it? Annihilator. I discovered Oa Noir, I don't know what the fuck. I never even listened to them that much. I found them. I was like, whatever about them. And I found Creator. And I just kind of became a thrash metal guy. Like, I love thrash. I loved old Metallica and Slayer. And I would always listen to that. Just thrash. I want thrash metal. And I listened to thrash for a little while. And I'm like, okay, thrash is getting kind of dull. Because I'm discovering these new thrash bands and they're not doing anything different. Right? So I go to school. And this kid, he tells me to check out a band called Deicide. And I'd never heard of it. This was 8th grade. And, science class comes around, and the teacher says, all right, you're free to listen to music on your computer as long as you have the earbuds. And luckily, I had my earbuds with me. So, plug my earbuds in, go on to YouTube. And I just started thinking about what this kid told me about Deicide. And I said, let's check out this Deicide. So I type in Deicide, and the first song that pops up is Dead by Dawn. Holy fuck. That was the birth that, this is why this is one of my favorite albums. Holy fuck. The part where he was just screaming to the fucking microphone, Dead by Dawn, at the top of his fucking lungs. He's throwing his voice out and everything. And just the way he was doing it sounded so evil. I've never heard anything so evil. I thought Slayer was as evil as it got. No. Not by a long shot. This changed the way I look at music. Deicide was my first heavy band, and I discovered more and more of their music. Like, great songs they put out, like In Hell I Burn, Kill the Christian, When Satan Rules This World, what else? Sacrificial Suicide. Great fucking death metal songs, and holy fuck, these songs were heavy. And they still are heavy to me. Deicide's one of the heaviest bands I've ever heard. I don't know, some people, I've had discussions about Deicide with people, and there's people that hate Deicide, and there's people that love Deicide. But I think the reason I love Deicide so much is that they were my first really heavy band. Like, not thrash, not Lamb of God, like, first heavy death metal band. And then Deicide led into Cannibal Corpse, which led into Morbid Angel, which led into Death, to Possessed, to Suffocation, to, who else? So many other old school death metal, Obituary, Carcass, bands like that. I still love Carcass to this day. I love all those bands. Not huge on Obituary, but most of all, I love those fucking bands. And then I discover a new style of death metal, and that would be brutal death metal. I thought Deicide was fucking heavy, and they still are, like I said. Then I discover, Suffocation, Cattle Decapitation, Aborted, and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, if I thought Deicide and Cannibal Corpse and Morbid Angel were heavy, what is this? And it's just, I didn't like it that much at first. I thought Suffocation was great at first, but I didn't like Cattle Decap, and I didn't like Aborted. And I still don't like Aborted. I never liked Aborted. But I tried Cattle Decapitation again. And something with Cattle Decapitation never clicked with me at first. I don't know if it was the vocals, I don't know if it was just the pacing of the songs, what. They didn't click with me at first, so I kind of put them to the side. I thought they kind of sucked. And about a year or two ago, I went back and revisited them, and I'm really only fond of their old work. But brutal death metal led into black death metal, which is like Behemoth, Belphegor, who else? Anonithrak, just black death metal. Rotting Christ, for example. Rotting Christ was a band that it took me forever to get into them until now. But I think Rotting Christ was the first black death metal band I ever listened to, but I'm still more into a brutal death metal kick, so Rotting Christ kind of just was mad to me. But that's just my journey through death metal, really. And I'm working on black metal. I'm working on getting there with black metal. This is the first black metal album I ever heard. Well, the first black metal album I ever heard that I actually liked. Because, as far as black metal is concerned, I checked out Dimmu Borgir and I thought they were crap. I checked out Krok Angren and thought they were crap. And then I checked out Dark Throne. And I will say, Dark Throne is actually alright. A Blaze in the Northern Sky is actually phenomenal. Some say Transylvanian Hunger is the best Dark Throne album. It's good, but A Blaze in the Northern Sky is where it's at. But this De Mysterious Don Satom, or however you say it, this is... I don't know what it is. It's so ambient and so atmospheric, yet it's heavy and it's evil. And Euronymous' vocals are fucking killer. And I will not be seeing Lords of Chaos because it's going to be sensationalist bullshit, and I'm going to continue listening to this album. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. I just thought I'd promote Lords of Chaos in a not-so-positive light. Yeah. This is a, one If you're wanting to start getting into black metal, this is where I would start. I wouldn't start with that Krok Angren and... No, Krok Angren's crap, if you ask me. In my opinion. So, yeah. Still not all the way there with black metal. I'm still working on getting into National Socialist black metal, but I can't get past the racism thing. I can't take racist metal seriously. This is why I can't take Pantera seriously. But that's neither here nor there. Point of the matter is that black metal is kind of... I'm getting there. I've gotten into Forgotten Tomb already, so that's a good sign. But, yeah, that's just kind of my journey through music a little bit. I hope everybody liked the video. And, well, if you want to hear more shit like this, then hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't, tell me off in the comments so I can happily ignore it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and peace.